Owning a car is one thing, then being the owner of one of the top luxury cars of the year is another thing. If you want the last word in opulence, sophistication, sense of occasion, and conferred status from your choice of car in 2022, then you're lucky enough to have tapped on this video. From limousine saloons large enough to make the average 3-bedroom semi-detached house look small, to the Mercedes S-Class, boasting double glazed windows and noise-canceling tech, here are the top 10 luxury cars of 2022. Stay tuned up to the end because number 2 is something you've never seen. At number 10, Rolls-Royce Ghost. When it comes to luxury and refinement, the new Rolls-Royce Ghost delivers in spades. There are only 2 parts carried over from the previous model, the Spirit of Ecstasy that sits atop the bonnet and the umbrellas hidden within the doors. The Ghost is based on Rolls-Royce's latest aluminum chassis that it calls its architecture of luxury. It's new to the Ghost, but can also be found beneath the Cullinan, SUV, and flagship Phantom. Although perhaps a little less conspicuous than its Phantom sibling, the Ghost is still 5 meters long and 2.5 tons in weight, so it could hardly be called understated. Thankfully, its 6.75-liter V12 petrol engine produces 563 brake horsepower, which allows a 0 to 62 mph time of 4.8 seconds and a 155 mph top speed. Number 9. Mercedes Maybach S-Class. The richest and most special car in what might be the most universally respected and admired limousine range in the world, the Mercedes Maybach S-Class is the modern standard bearer for Daimler's Maybach super luxury brand. To judge by appearances, you'd say it was at least as much S-Class as Maybach, and that's the result of Daimler's strategic decision, taken a few years ago, to broaden the reach of the Maybach marque by creating halo Maybach models across some of its more normal Mercedes passenger car ranges. And so the fact that this car is only an S-Class may be at once its biggest strength and its key vulnerability. Compared with a Rolls-Royce or a Bentley, an S-Class might not cut a lot of mustard for drool-worthy curbside appeal. But being an S-Class also makes this car the recipient of all those advanced active suspension and driver assistance technology and helps to make it so brilliantly refined, rich, and cosseting. Number 8. Bentley Bentayga. The Bentayga has had an eventful passage through the Autocar road test evolution process, being the first in a barrage of 100,000-pound-plus super SUVs to come to market in 2016. It was rated highly with a caveat or two in a W12 engine form, and then rated even higher when Bentley introduced an Audi Source 4.0-liter 429 brake horsepower turbocharged diesel V8 in 2017. The Bentayga's wonderful plush interior, its swell of torque-laden performance, and its sense of imperious, singularly enveloping luxury earned it a slot in our video. It isn't quite as comfortable riding or isolating as some of the cars featured, but a shade is all the Bentayga gives up, an occasional suggestion of head toss, and the merest fidget of fussiness over certain lumps and bumps at speed. Even as a luxury car regular, there's every chance that you simply wouldn't know what you were missing. Number 7. BMW 7 Series. The BMW 7 Series has always struggled to match the many benchmarks set by the Mercedes S-Class, but it isn't for want of trying. With a stellar lineup of petrol and diesel engines, the option of a plug-in hybrid, handling that's more akin to 5 Series than a limousine, and a host of high-tech gadgetry, the understated 7 Series is still a great choice. The latest 7 Series car gets a more tapered design and is significantly lighter than the car it replaces thanks to the use of carbon fiber in its construction. This helps to save fuel, although it also means that the rapid 740i and 750i models handle surprisingly well for such a large car. Number 6. Porsche Panamera. Like the Porsche 911, the Panamera is a masterclass in evolution ahead of revolution when it comes to its development. While it hasn't been around anywhere near as long, it's clear that the latest Panamera is a logical progression from its predecessor. Thankfully, that means it looks more appealing than the original. The lines have been smoothed out, yet the 911 style cues remain, while the driving experience has been enhanced to boost its range of ability. It's just as driver-focused as before, so it's a pleasure to drive quickly, and it has performance by the bucket load. But the air suspension can be switched to comfort mode at the press of a button to keep backseat occupants comfortable and unruffled. Number 5. Range Rover. The original luxury SUV is now in its 5th generation, and the latest all-new version is undoubtedly the best. While the Range Rover's looks are an evolution of its predecessors, this is still an imposing piece of metal. While neat touches create real visual interest, under the skin it features the brand's aluminum MLA Flex architecture, while there's a range of mild hybrid-assisted petrols and diesels, a plug-in hybrid, and, for the ultimate in performance and luxury, a BMW-sourced 523 brake horsepower, 4.4-liter V8 petrol. Regardless of engine, the Range's interior is now more spacious and lavishly finished than ever. The blend of modern design and tech with a traditionally brilliant use of wood and leather, creating a club-class atmosphere that fully justifies an asking price that now starts within striking distance of a six-figure number. Refinement and comfort are top-notch too, with a supple and wafty ride, matched to excellent isolation from wind, road, and engine noise. Number 4. Bentley Continental GT. The Bentley Continental GT may be built on Porsche Panamera underpinnings, but that is in no way a bad thing as both cars feature in this video. This is a luxury grand touring coupe that will not break a sweat when being driven across continents, hence the name. Power is plentiful too, with a choice of either a 525 brake horsepower V8 or 626 brake horsepower W12 engine. The interior is a treat for anyone lucky enough to sit inside, with inspirations taken from the wings of the Bentley badge. The dashboard, for example, wings majestically out from the central console before continuing into the door trims, circling the occupants within a ring of wood and leather. Along with a lavish design, the cabin features an array of technology, including a bang-up-to-date infotainment and safety systems. There's also a bundle of new chassis tech that helps give the Continental GT its great driver feeling on the road. Number 3. Rolls-Royce Phantom. The grandest and greatest luxury convenience in motordom was replaced by Rolls-Royce in 2017, and it still roars in 2022. Owners love it at least as much for the extravagant statement of wealth and status it endows, and for the unmatched sense of occasion you enjoy when traveling in one. But while many won't ever know as much, the latest Phantom is also an utter joy and a rare pleasure to drive. Its superbly comfortable and singularly isolating ride comfort can be sampled from the back seats, of course, and is like nothing else you encounter in a car. Gently loping and deliciously indulgent feeling, but also supremely quiet and smooth. Even though it's a near 3-ton love song to splendid isolation, this car will accelerate from 0 to 100 miles per hour and from 30 to 70 miles per hour through the gears quicker than the latest Ford Focus RS. The integrity of its engineering is simply breathtaking. At number 2, Alpina B7. And then finally, you've been waiting for it, the Alpina B7. If it's exclusivity you crave, don't be fooled by the BMW badge on the long bonnet of the Alpina B7. Of all the supremely special and rare cars featured in this video, perhaps only the Mercedes Maybach S-Class nears this baby when it comes to class and rareness. There are two sides to its version of a series production BMW model. On paper, figures of a 600 brake horsepower and 590 pound-foot from the twin-turbocharged 4.4-liter V8 suggest that the B7 functions as an out-and-out alternative to the M7 BMW won't build. And in terms of performance, perhaps this is the case. The B7 benefits from considerable modifications to both its powertrain and suspension in order to make it not only faster than any other 7 Series, but also better handling. Number 1. Bentley Flying Spur. Bentley's 4-door Continental Series limousine started off its modern life as the Continental Flying Spur in 2006. But the Flying Spur is now in its 3rd generation, something that's not difficult to detect from the prouder, more muscular design, which borrows heavily from the most recent attractive Continental GT Coupe. The Junior Saloon also benefits dramatically from a new platform, which was co-developed with Porsche and uses 4-wheel steering and active anti-roll bars. It also better insulates the fantastically opulent cabin from the road and provides the basis for genuinely good driving dynamics. Grip, balance, and steering are all noticeably improved. Never before has a Spur felt so complete, then, and so able to execute the role of supersonic luxury driver's car. And much of that is still down to the cabin. Even though it's Bentley's entry-level limousine, the Flying Spur offers an interior of genuinely luxurious ambiance and feel. Kitted out as it is with soft, beautifully stitched leathers, authentic, natural veneers, and eye-catching and tactile metal brightwork.